Hey there, it's Rashida Geddes, your coach and mentor, and welcome to Business Talks, the place to find tips and insight on creating a business career and life in Montreal on your own terms. What does it take to run a healthy business in 2016? Social entrepreneurship, the attempt to draw on business techniques to find solutions to social problems, is a concept that is getting a great deal of steam in today's culture. Businesses are seeing a need to develop a form of social entrepreneurship within their own organizations. Through partnerships with communities, they are not only taking an interest in finding solutions to these challenges, but also integrating the concept of giving back into their business and branding models. My guest today is Denburk Reid of Montreal Community Cares. He has made philanthropy a part of his business model and is changing young people's lives through his program, community work, and drive to be the change he wants to see in the world. Take a look. Established in 2012, the Montreal Community Cares Foundation celebrates and promotes personal and community engagement and helps support the development of youth across the Greater Montreal area. Through their programs and local initiatives, Denburk and his team empower and help youth to become engaged citizens and active leaders in their homes, schools, and communities. His yearly Montreal Community Cares Award ceremony has been recognizing Montreal's unsung community heroes since its inception. Having been inspired by numerous youth mentors, Denburk wanted to start a business and be his own boss. Giving back became his business model. Denburk credits his success to having mentors, and he's leveraged the power of giving back to build a sustainable foundation. There's no denying that in today's business community, contributing to a charitable cause and investing in a local community has become a critical component to business success. Denburk is definitely leading the charge for charitable initiatives that allow businesses to make a profound difference in people's lives. So I want to thank you, Denburk, for being on today and talking about business and giving back. I think it's really important as business owners and as entrepreneurs that we understand what component of giving back is important and how it makes for a healthy business. Organizations often start because they see a need in the marketplace and they want to fill it with something that's important to them. Why did you start a charitable organization, and why Montreal?
Montreal, first of all, Montreal is a dear place to me. This is where I came right from Jamaica, and I haven't left here since. So I had an opportunity to see a lot of different things, experience a lot of different things. So that's why Montreal. And in terms of why a not-for-profit, as you said, there was definitely a need for the youth to be mentored and to be surrounded. And I thought that, I would be a person to really help them.
That's really bold of you to be able to make a decision like that as well. And you were talking about you are youth development, so you are really talking about giving back to the youth and really creating programs and initiatives that will help them further on in life.
Yes.
How was your childhood like? Did they have programs like this when you were growing up?
Yeah, there were programs like this, but growing up in Little Burgundy, I had an opportunity to really see the bad side of things.
Yes.
And it was only when I got through high school where I was able to meet different people and saw how they were living. So I know growing up that there's a lot of youth nowadays that don't have an opportunity to see other ways of living. So I thought if I'm in a position, I really want to help them see the world in a different light.
And I think it's also a mentorship, right? Because you're giving these children and these youth guidance and helping them along on their path to adulthood, to the real world. What do you think? How do you think mentors help? What's the best advice you've ever been given by a mentor, and how do you think that you've translated that to the youth that you now mentor?
I think mentoring is a tricky word, because you can't just go out there and say, I'm a mentor.
Yes.
It's something that just happens, and it starts by building a relationship. So it's really having a connection with the youth and building that relationship where they're then able to, have believe in you, have confidence in you, confide in you, and from there you can kind of slowly but surely give them the right tools, tell them the right things that's going to inspire them to want to be better. It's all about having the youth and helping them be better and want to be better.
Of course, and I think it's really important what you said about relationship building, because I think that's when people build the most authentic trust with you. They have to feel like you can understand their situation and what they're going through, and you're mentioning living in Little Burgundy, it's not the easiest of environments. So you have to have strong individuals there that are willing to give back to the community and that have no real vested interest besides that individual's personal development and really being able to grow. But I also know that charitable organizations do have challenges in Montreal. What would you say would be one of your challenges as a non-for-profit organization?
Well, you know, one of the main things for running a non-for-profit is really fundraising.
Yes.
Fundraising is a key component to help you move your programs forward and create new programs. That's definitely one thing. And just being in Montreal, Quebec, the difference between the French and the English, you know, the way they view their community activities is different. And you also have to have the resources to be able to mingle and mix in both French and English.
Of course, and I think that's really important because people think that when you run a non-for-profit, that you run it just basically on, you know, initiatives and programs and everything light. But running a non-profit is like running a business. You have to get sponsors, you have to get buy-in, and those buy-in oftentimes come from big businesses that are able to give back in a big way so that you can create the programs and initiatives that these people and the youth in Montreal need more importantly than anything else. Why do you think it's important for businesses in Montreal to really start giving back and really have that as a healthy part of their business?
Well, if you look at any business, any company, you'll always see that they have a community relations department or community initiative segment on their page.
Of course.
Why is that? It's because they know that they have to be visible in the community. And for us as a nonprofit, it's very important for our branding, to brand ourselves in a way that these companies, they see us, they seek us out. Sometimes it's not just about us seeking them out, but if you brand your organization or your company in such a way, they'll seek you out because they want to be associated to something that's very positive, a positive movement.
Of course.
Because I always say, let me use your logo.
Yeah.
Right? I'll use your logo and you use me, you know, to show the goodwill that you're doing in the community.
It's about that partnership.
Exactly. I need the money, I need your money, I need your financial support to get these programs going. And likewise, you can use me to show the good things that you guys are involved in the community.
So it's about putting that partnership in a light for them to understand why they're giving back.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I know that you've touched many lives. You've been able to deal with youth, which is oftentimes the ones that need the at-risk, that often need the most guidance at that point in their life. When you look back at all the things that your organization has done, what are some of the accomplishments that you're really proud of?
You know, there's a lot of things that I'm very proud of with regards to the organization, the youth, seeing them grow from an at-risk youth to a very positive person in the community, graduating through high school, graduating to university, you know, just becoming a bright and positive young man and young lady. Like I have a story. It was a mom brought her son to me at the age of 12 because she wanted him to be around me. And I explained to her that it's not gonna work if I just come out and mentor him. It doesn't work like that. But we found a common ground, and that common ground was basketball. And over the years, we were able to develop that friendship, that trust that we spoke about. And this young man coming from a single parent household was able to graduate from Vanier College and make it to the United States on a Division I basketball scholarship. And to this day, he texts me every day, 5 times a day, to let me know he's going to practice, he's doing this, school is going well. And it touches me, it touches my heart. I'm very proud to see that he's made it, because he could have quit a lot of different times. You know, so that's just one of many stories that I could look back and smile about. We never knew what the outcome was going to be, but it was a positive outcome. Of
course, and I think we don't understand how we're helping people, right? When people are opening up their pocketbooks, they're opening up their wallets, they're helping, they're saying, well, I'm gonna help this, you know, this program or initiative. But you're really going into these communities and saying, what relates, you know, to these youth? Is it basketball? Is it dancing? Is it music? Is it award ceremonies and things of that nature? So what really, you know, what do people relate to? And you're going out there and you're doing those initiatives and really getting a big impact, which gives back to the community, which these individuals can then go back and be able to support someone else. So it's kind of like that, you know, that reciprocity that keeps going and keeps giving, right?
Yes, and You mentioned award ceremony,
Yes.
and that's exactly why I started that award ceremony, simply to say thank you to these organizations, to these individuals who are giving of themselves to really help the community or move these youth forward. So, that's something that's very key, being able to say thank you and be able to be in a position where we bring these people to light.
And how has your organization been received in Montreal? How are people? I know that it's been years that you've been working on this, and it's been something that you really feel I see in what you're doing, that it's really talking to your core. So what do you see happening with the organization, and what do you see with what you're doing?
Well, it started as a passion project,
Yes.
really, to be honest, and just the love that we've received from the Montreal community, from the businesses to the media. We have friends such as CJD, CTV, who have reached out to us, who support us nonstop. We have friends like the Vince Guzos and the Maria Guzos and Cinema Guzos.
Yes.
And Paul Debaye from Burgundy Lion. These people, they really come aboard and they champion, because that's what you want. You want individuals and companies to say they speak for you. They validate what you're doing. They vouch for you. So that's very key. So I say, in terms of the Montreal, how we've been perceived, or how we feel about it.
Yes.
We feel love.
Good.
We show that Montreal really does care.
That's amazing, and I think it speaks to the name of the organization and what it stands for, and I think that's great that that's what ends up being what people see and how people want to give back and really contribute in that same way. Yeah. What's next for Montreal Community Cares? What's next for Denburk Reid?
Well, we're going to keep growing.
Yes.
We're going to keep growing, and we're going to keep building partnerships. We're going to keep helping the kids move forward, and it's all about networking. On my end, as the head of the organization, for me to get out there and network and brand this foundation in a way that will attract people, And
how have you been able to do that?
We've done pretty well. The awards gala is a key component of that, because we get a lot of big name sponsors. For example, Rio Tinto was one of the first companies that came on board.
Wow. And it's not easy. It's not easy as a nonprofit organization to get the support of large organizations, because they already have, based on the organization's branding and vision, they already have organizations that they support. So if your organization doesn't align with what they're trying to do in the community, then that right there is already a mismatch. So being able to find organizations that truly align with what you're doing is, I think, really important.
I think people do business, there's the business aspect of it, but there's also the relationship aspect. People do business with people that they trust, with people that they vibe with, they get a good feel for. And I think Rio Tinto, they're the ones that gave me the push to say, we think you should do it. They heard about it, I probably spoke about it so many times, and they got wind of it, and they came to me. And then CN was another big company that came on board to give me that financial support. So, people do business with people.
Exactly. People do business with people that they can trust.
Exactly.
And I think that what you're saying right there makes for a healthy business, because going around and just doing business with everybody and anybody that's willing to give you $1 is not the way that you're going to be able to grow a sustainable business. You have to make relationships and build relationships with people that align with what you're trying to do with your organization, so that your brand and the image that you're putting out in the media is consistent with how you want to be perceived in the marketplace. And I think that's super important. So thank you for sharing that with me.
No problem.
How can people learn more about what you're doing, the initiatives and the programs that you're offering to people in Montreal, to youth in Montreal?
Yeah, well, we have a website. It's www.montrealcommunitycares.com. And they could also reach me on my cell, 514-816-6232.
Great. Well, I want to thank you so much for being with us today. I want to thank you for being able to conversate with me about that topic. Yeah. And I look forward to more initiatives and more programs that you're going to be doing across the city. So thank you.
Thank you.
My interview with Denburk today really left me with two big takeaways. The first takeaway is that relationship building is so important for a healthy business. You can go to as many networking events as you want, collect all of the business cards, but if you're not building relationships and you're not following up with them, there's no way that that's going to necessarily turn into an opportunity. The second takeaway is whether for profit or not, you have to model your organization like a business. You really do. There's so many elements that you have to cover, whether it's branding, marketing, fund building, that you need to understand how a business does it so that you can do it too for your organization and the people that you serve. I want to thank you all for watching today, and I also want to thank my guest Denburk for all of the information he provided through the show. Are you looking to create a business, career, and life in Montreal on your own terms? Are you looking to leverage your strengths so that you can transform your life? Visit RashidaGeddes.com to know how I can help you and your business. Empower, mentor, lead, and never stop learning. Bye for now.